Hello students of class 10th, hope you all are fine. We were doing chapter 2 of economic sectors of Indian economy, and according to this name of the chapter, sectors of the Indian economy, here you can see the last word economy means here when all the economic activities are collected together, it forms an economy. Okay, so what are the economic activities actually? Economic activities are those which generate income, right? So whichever type of activity, like that of a doctor, lawyer, businessman, shopkeeper, like all these people, okay, their activities are actually generating income, right? So we call these all type of activities as economic activities. Now when all the economic activities are collected together, it forms our economy. Another thing is this: in this chapter I have already sent you in the PDF all the NCERT pages of your book of chapter 2. You can see there in that first page of this second chapter, it is written here sectors of economic activities, right? So first of all, what we will do is that all the economic activities are going to be distributed into 3 different sectors, okay? As the first topic here in your book, it is written sectors of economic activities. So whatever type of economic activity is performed by different individuals in an economy, all these economic activities are actually grouped up into 3 different sectors, that is primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector, right? And apart from this, what we will do is we will try to find out that which type of activity is going to be grouped up into primary sector activity, which type of activity will go in secondary sector activity, which type of activity is going to move into the tertiary sector activity. So all these activities we will group up one by taking some examples, okay? So first of all, if you see here, when all the economic activities which are taking place, these economic activities are resulting to some different type of goods and services produced. What will be the result of all these economic activities which are taking place in an economy? All these economic activities are resulting to production of goods and services. Where? In primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. As we have already studied, or you may have studied in your previous classes, that this primary sector is also called as the agricultural sector, secondary sector is called as the industrial sector, and tertiary sector is called as the service sector, because in the primary sector all those type of goods are produced which are natural, okay, naturally occurring, like that of food crops, rice, wheat, okay, fishing, all the mineral wealth, these all come in the natural type of goods. So they will be involved in the primary sector. Apart from this, what type of goods are included in secondary sector? In the secondary sector, it is also called as an industrial sector. So this industrial sector is going to produce or manufacture the goods in converting primary sector good into some usable good, like that of a log of wood. एक log of wood को हम primary sector से लेने के बाद और उसको furniture में बदलते हैं, that is, it is being converted into furniture, then that furniture will be coming into the secondary sector product. So this secondary sector is also called as industrial sector, which is manufacturing different type of goods which are man-made, right? And naturally occurring goods are coming in the primary sector. Apart from this, tertiary sector. This tertiary sector is a type of service sector. Here those type of goods are produced which cannot be touched or seen. If you have seen in the primary and secondary sector, all those type of goods are produced which can be touched or seen. So these are called as tangible goods. In the primary or secondary sector, tangible goods are produced. And apart from this, tertiary sector is that sector in which those type of goods are there which cannot be seen or touched. तो यहाँ पर आपके intangible goods produce होते हैं, which are called as services, like that of transportation. Apart from this, banking services, insurance, all these type of services are all tertiary sector, that is service sector में ये सारी services आएंगी. So this is how we can know three different type of sectors. But what we are talking of, we are actually talking about the different type of economic activities. We are talking about economic activities, right, that generate income. तो अभी ये इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज को हम कैसे करके ग्रुप अप करते हैं कि कौन सी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी जो है वो प्राइमरी सेक्टर में जानी है, कौन सी सेकेंडरी में, कौन सी टर्शियरी सेक्टर में एक्टिविटी. So according to our book, as I am going to read here, if you take the first sector, that is the primary sector, okay, according to this sector it is written there that there are many activities that are undertaken by directly using natural resources. And take for example the cultivation of cotton. It take place within a crop season. For the growth of the cotton plant, we depend mainly but not entirely on the natural factors like rainfall, sunshine and climate. So here it is written that there are many type of activities, okay, which are being performed by different individuals in an economy. These type of activities are resulting to the production of some type of good. तो अभी यहाँ पर एक ऐसा पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटी वी आर गोइंग टू सी वेयर वी आर गोइंग टू यूज सम टाइप ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज हियर, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दीज नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज लाइक दैट ऑफ सनशाइन, क्लाइमेट एंड soil, all these type of natural resources we will use, and we will use these type of resources to produce a particular type of good. अभी ये कौन से गुड की बात हो रही है? वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस अ कॉटन प्लांट, ठीक है. सो वॉट एवर नंबर ऑफ फार्मर्स आर इन्वॉल्व्ड और एंगेज्ड इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ कॉटन प्लांट, okay, using these natural resources, their activities will be the economic activities first of all, and their activities will be included in the primary sector activity. उनकी जो economic activity है वो primary sector activity है, because the product from their work, their activity is a natural product which is produced, that is cotton, right. On the other hand, similarly, इसी primary sector में if you will see that there are some of the people who are engaged in the production of milk, that is they are having their own dairies. अभी ये जो dairy में whatever number of people are involved in taking care of cow or buffalo, whatever type of activity they are doing, they are going to earn income from that activity, okay. Their activity is going to result to the production of a natural product. This is a biological process से जो milk produce होता है, ठीक है. तो ये भी आपका primary sector activity में count की जाएगी, right. So we call this primary sector as an agricultural sector also. Reason is most of the goods are actually produced from the agricultural sector in this primary sector. So here we can see that how the economic activities of primary sector are differentiated. And apart from this, if we move on to the secondary sector में we will see here that those type of activities in which the result is to produce any type of man-made product. Secondary sector में ऐसी activities जो result करती हैं to produce any type of man-made good. Example में जैसे कि say for example a mill, grinding mill. एक grinding mill में क्या होता है? Many people are employed who are working on the machines to grind the wheat and to turn it into flour. तो अभी इसमें those people who are engaged to convert this wheat into flour, who are working on the machines, their activity will be actually included in the secondary sector activity, because from their activity a secondary type of good or a type of man-made good will be produced, that will be called as अभी हमारे हिसाब से flour, okay, from wheat to flour we have changed, converted. So we have got a secondary good, okay, a secondary sector good, which is also called as industrial sector. So this is how we can differentiate between the activities, okay. Secondary sector activity and primary sector activity. So all those people who are say supervisor, manager or maybe executives who are there working in the particular grinding mill, the activities of these people will be involved or included in the secondary sector activity. Apart from this, if you see here, tertiary sector. The tertiary sector is that particular sector where a type of service is produced, one type of service is involved which support the primary and secondary sector development. Actually, the tertiary sector is going to produce those type of activities. Economic activities are those type of economic activities are found in the tertiary sector, which is going to support primary and secondary sector development. तो अभी आप देखिए यहाँ पर आपका पेज नंबर हमारा यहाँ पर है 20. On page number 20 you will see there that it is written there, these are the activities that help in the development of the primary and secondary sectors. These activities by themselves do not produce a good, but they are an aid or a support for the production process. ठीक है, तो जो भी services यहाँ पर produce होती हैं tertiary sector में, they are actually a supporting service for the development of primary and secondary sector. For example, I will tell you, example के तरीके से अगर देखेंगे, here transportation, जो transportation है, this is a type of service. Through transportation, goods which are produced in the primary sector like wheat will be transported to a mill, grinding mill, जो अभी हमने एग्जांपल दिया, और the transportation services will be going to connect the primary sector to the secondary sector. Similarly, this secondary sector goods like flour, which was produced in the secondary sector, this secondary sector will sell its flour into the market through transportation only. That is, to use this transportation to carry their flour to the market. Okay, so here again we can see that transportation, which is a tertiary sector activity, is helping in the development of the secondary and primary sector. So therefore it is written as the same. So what all other type of tertiary activities are there? Like that of storage, communication, banking, trading, ये सारी की सारी आपकी tertiary sector activities होती हैं. Then after that, if we move on to इसी तरीके से और भी कुछ तरीके की ऐसी services इसमें आती हैं, जैसे कि washerman, doctor, teachers, barbers, lawyers, ठीक है, और internet cafe, ATM booths, ये सारी की सारी जो आपकी जो सर्विसेज हैं वो आपकी टर्शियरी सेक्टर एक्टिविटीज हैं, ठीक है, एंड दे आर मेनली हेल्पफुल इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी सेक्टर्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, अभी हम पेज नंबर उसके बाद नीचे आ जाते हैं 21 पर. इफ यू सी ऑन पेज नंबर 21 यू विल सी वन टेबल 2.1. इस तरीके से यहाँ पे पेज 21 पर एक टेबल है 2.1, वहां पर लिखा है एग्जाम्पल एंड व्हाट डज दिस शो. ये 2 कॉलम्स आर गिवन टू यू. तो आप अपनी जो एनसीईआरटी बुक का पेज 21 है उसमें आप देख सकते हैं हमारे पास एग्जांपल्स तो सारे लिखे हुए हैं, ठीक है. आई एम गोइंग टू रीड दोस एग्जांपल्स टू यू और वो एक एक करके हमें बताएंगे कि व्हाट डज दिस एग्जांपल गोइंग टू शो अस. अभी ये एग्जांपल हमें क्या शो करने जा रहा है? हमें ये जो टेबल 2.1 है, इट इज गोइंग टू शो अस interdependent relation between all these three sectors, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी और टर्शियरी सेक्टर में जो interdependent relation, ठीक है, वो we can see in these examples of table 2.1. okay, so if you will see here, what do you mean by dependent relation? Dependent relation कौन सा होता है? Dependent relation is like your relation with your parents, ठीक है. आप टोटली डिपेंडेंट है अपने पेरेंट्स के ऊपर, लेकिन पेरेंट्स आपके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. दिस इज अ टाइप ऑफ डिपेंडेंट रिलेशनशिप. ऑन द अदर हैंड, इफ यू सी व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय इंटरडिपेंडेंट रिलेशन. इंटरडिपेंडेंट रिलेशन मींस व्हेन वन पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर, लाइक जैसे यहाँ पे प्राइमरी सेक्टर इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन द सेकेंडरी सेक्टर इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन द टर्शियरी सेक्टर इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन सेकेंडरी सेक्टर इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन primary sector is dependent on tertiary sector. If you see here, all these three sectors are dependent on each other. This is what is called as interdependent relationship, right? So I am going to read this first example for you. यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है first example में, imagine what would happen if farmers refuse to sell sugarcane to a particular sugar mill. The mill will have to shut down. यहाँ पर जो एक dependent relation जो show किया जा रहा है वो किस किस के बीच में किया जा रहा है? जो farmers हैं, अगर वो शुगर केन शुगर मिल तक नहीं पहुंचाते हैं तो शुगर केन मिल विल बी this sugar mill will be unable to produce sugar because they will not get sugarcane from the farmers. So what will happen? This will lead to the shutdown of that particular sugar mill, isn't it? तो अब directly relation कौन सा दिखाई पड़ रहा है यहाँ पे? Dependent relationship. We can see here that secondary sector or industrial sector is dependent on primary sector for getting sugarcane. This is a particular dependence of secondary sector on primary sector. Apart from this, another example is also given here. It is written there that imagine what would happen to cotton cultivation if companies decide not to buy from the Indian market and import all cotton they need from other countries. अभी second example यहाँ पर क्या बोल रहा है? That if we imagine a particular situation where जितनी भी हमारी cotton mills हैं, cotton mills को जो raw material चाहिए वो हमारे को कॉटन से मिलता है, ठीक है, कॉटन फ्रॉम द फार्मर्स, ठीक है, एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर से कॉटन जो आता है ये रॉ मटेरियल बन जाता है टू प्रोड्यूस क्लॉथ इन द कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल्स. अब ये सोचिए अगर इफ कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल्स आर नॉट गोइंग टू परचेज कॉटन फ्रॉम इंडियन फार्मर्स, इंडियन कॉटन फार्मर्स से कोई भी कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल जो है अगर रिफ्यूज करे कि हम उनसे कॉटन नहीं खरीदेंगे एंड these cotton textile mills are going to get their cotton from other countries, वो other countries से purchase करना शुरू करें, that is import करना शुरू करें, then what will happen? Our Indian cotton farmers will get a huge loss, उनको बहुत loss हो जाएगा. ये किस तरीके का relationship दिखा रहा है? यहाँ पर क्या दिखाया जा रहा है? That primary sector is dependent on secondary sector. Can you see this? Previous example में हमने देखा secondary sector was dependent on primary sector. Second example में हमने क्या देखा? Primary sector is dependent on secondary sector, right? In the next example, it is written there. Farmers buy many goods such as tractors, pump sets, electricity, pesticides, fertilizers. Imagine what would happen if the price of fertilizers or pump sets go up. If we are seeing here, farmers in the primary sector are purchasing different type of goods from the secondary sector. तो इसका मतलब primary sector is dependent on the secondary sector. How? Because many important type of goods which are needed for growing crops on the agricultural farm or agricultural land, the farmers get goods from secondary sector like that of pump set, tractor. ये सब कहाँ बन रहा है? Secondary sector में. अब ये सोचिए अगर सेकेंडरी सेक्टर ने इन सारे गुड्स के अपने प्राइसेस को हाई कर दिया मार्केट में, then what will happen? The cost of production of the farmers in the primary sector will increase. ये cost of production का मतलब क्या है? अब उन्हें अगर कोई भी अगर फूड ग्रेन प्रोड्यूस करना है तो उनको बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा, प्रोडक्शन करना महंगा पड़ेगा क्योंकि उनको पंप सेट महंगा पड़ रहा है, उनको फर्टिलाइजर्स महंगे पड़ रहे हैं जो सेकेंडरी सेक्टर प्रोड्यूस कर रहा था. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ओनली द कॉस्ट ऑफ कल्टीवेशन, मतलब जो कोई भी फूड ग्रेन प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं तो उसको प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए जो कॉस्ट लग रही है, खर्चा लग रहा है फार्मर का ज्यादा हो रहा है, इससे फार्मर का जो प्रॉफिट है कम हो जाएगा. आर यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंडिंग हाउ मच अफेक्ट सेकेंडरी सेक्टर कैन पुट ऑन प्राइमरी सेक्टर ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन द प्राइसेस ऑफ सेकेंडरी सेक्टर गुड्स. ठीक है, देख सकते हैं आप how much dependent is primary sector on secondary sector. Clear? Fourth example में वहां पर लिखा है people working in industrial and service sectors need food. Imagine what would happen if there is a strike by transporters and lorries refuse to take vegetables, milk, etc. from rural areas. अब ये सोचिए प्राइमरी सेक्टर में प्राइमरी सेक्टर से ही सेकेंडरी और टर्शियरी सेक्टर के जो इंडिविजुअल्स हैं they get food. ठीक है, so directly speaking what secondary sector and tertiary sector are both dependent on the primary sector for food. They get food from primary sector. लेकिन उसके ऑपोजिट अगर देखा जाए, मान लीजिए प्राइमरी सेक्टर से जो भी फूड ग्रेन्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं दे आर बीइंग कैरिड अवे टू द फैक्ट्रीज और इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर थ्रू टर्शियरी सर्विसेज. सर्विस सेक्टर से जो आपकी टर्शियरी सेक्टर से सर्विसेज होती हैं उसके थ्रू यानी कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के थ्रू ये गुड्स को प्राइमरी से सेकेंडरी या इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर तक पहुंचाया जाता है. ठीक है, लेकिन आप सोचिए one situation is given in the fourth example that if the these people who are involved in transportation of goods, okay, they are refusing to transport goods from rural areas, that is primary sector, to any secondary sector industry. वो रिफ्यूज कर रहे हैं क्योंकि दे आर ऑन स्ट्राइक. उन्होंने मान लीजिए स्ट्राइक, हड़ताल पर चले गए. स्ट्राइक की वजह से व्हाट विल हैपन नाउ, दे विल नॉट प्रोवाइड द सर्विसेज ऑफ कैरिंग द प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ प्राइमरी सेक्टर गुड्स एंड टेकिंग इट टू इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर. उन्होंने रिफ्यूज कर दिया है. तो अभी क्या होगा, द गुड्स विच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द फार्मर्स विल नॉट बी रीचिंग टू द इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर और टू द मार्केट. मार्केट तक भी नहीं पहुंच पाएगा. तो इससे क्या होगा, ऑटोमेटिकली फार्मर्स विल गेट अ लॉस. साथ में यहां पर अर्बन एरियाज जो है वहां पर भी एक इसका इफेक्ट दिखाई पड़ेगा. दैट इज देयर विल बी स्कार्सिटी ऑफ फूड ग्रेन्स. वहां पे स्कार्सिटी हो जाएगी, वहां पर एक कमी हो जाएगी फूड ग्रेन्स की, बिकॉज वेजिटेबल्स की या फ्रूट्स की या जो रोजमर्रा की आपकी डेली नीड आइटम्स हैं, ठीक है, मेनली एग्रीकल्चरल गुड्स जो है उनकी कमी हो जाएगी मार्केट के अंदर. ठीक है, तो इसका भी देखिए इफेक्ट क्या है, that directly saying primary sector is how much dependent on the tertiary sector services. So this is what we can see here from these examples in table 2.1, that all these sectors are interdependent to each other. Okay, so